but the lights are on ahead of the drivers, and the Brazilian Grand Prix is underway, heading towards turn number 1 now. Lord James has got the best start, but look at the dive from SFR Fins side by side as they file in through turn 2. No one off the track at the moment. Look at that for Clems, getting shoved very wide by the looks of it. He's going to try and overtake LCK Terrier down towards turn number 4. They've all formed a line, and Vap and Coot having a little bit of contact, in fact, with Jatin, and that's not going to help him at all. He's going to drop a little bit further down from the Toro Rosso. Every race is a slow burner when the action is all down to what happens in the last few laps. But look at this, they might be 3 wide here to turn 1. Yes, they are. Fins is going to take the lead. What a move from the Red Bull driver, but Terrier's not done with this one. He's going to tuck in behind the Red Bull, and he's going to enable the DRS. He's going to be forced to go to the outside. Look how close he gets to the rear of that car. He's going to brake later. He's going to go round the outside, and LTK Terrier is going to take the lead off the Grand Prix on lap 3. That is incredible. And up towards turn 1. Who wants to do this all over again? I certainly do. Let's see what happens. DRS for SFR Fins. He's going to go to the inside and take the lead back. But Terrier actually is going to fight this one through turn 2. And he checks up, and that's a bit of contact. That's not looking good. Doesn't look like anyone's lost any bits of their car. But SFR Fins is going to like this, because he's not going to be under any pressure at all. He's going to have the advantage in the second sector where he knows he's quick. Jatin on those hard tires has lost a couple of positions to these guys, but oh my goodness me, I wasn't even noticing they were getting this close. LTK Terrier right alongside Fins entering turn 13. That's not normal. And the run down towards turn 1. This could be good if your name is Verklempt. And look at this. He's going to go past all 3 of them into turn 1. He goes all the way to the inside, but he has a slide on the exit. He's going to be alongside SFR Fins down towards turn 4. They're going to bang wheels on the straight, and look at the defensive move from Terrier. Terrier's going to lead, and Verklempt, I said he was having a quiet opening to the race, but he really has unleashed the fireworks here, and he is up into P2. Inside has went into the pit lane, is going to go for the hard compound of tire. He's going to leave the pits and continue on and see if he can go really deep into the race, and this could actually work out for him if he plays his cards right. Golden Sniper doing the same thing. They're not going to be entering the pits, I don't think, for another 8 laps. Oh, that's contact. Lord James having a little bit of a snap because he's touched the side of SFR Fins' car. He's now inside of the Mercedes, and they're now going to be side by side entering the very tricky turn 8, and now turn 9. They're still side by side. They're just going to lose time to SFR Fins, but Lord James has held position. Angelo 1.6 seconds off these guys, so he needs to work with Kozlezko, try and get a bit of pace about. How has he done that then? Verklempt has gotten a 3-second time. This race has gone very badly for Verklempt when he's had the pace. He's had the speed of a winner, but he's not had the racecraft of a winner, and the racecraft of a winner is someone who doesn't drive off the circuit, and Verklempt has done exactly that. He's driven off the circuit, and he has cost himself pretty much any chance at winning if the racing remains as close as this. These guys are just waiting it out for the first pit stops. That's on the grass. DRS for LTK Terrier and for SFR Fins. They're both going to get Verklempt, and that's a little bit of a look down the inside for Fins, and he's forced Terrier into a bit of a mistake, compromising his line through the first corner, and that is going to allow him to get alongside and ahead of the McLaren on lap 11 here. But Terrier trying to get alongside again. He had a bit of a snap at the rear, or a little bit of contact from Verklempt, I don't know. And he's going to tuck in behind the Red Bull driver. They are driving the same team. They have the same pit garage. And honestly, at this current time, they don't want a safety car to determine when they are making their moves in the pit lane. And that's Lord James now ahead of Verklempt. We saw Finns having a little bit of a battle with LCK Terrier. Verklempt has entered the pit lane. He's going to switch over to the hard compound tire. He's going to go deep into the race. And going to the inside is LCK Terrier. He's going to go alongside SFR Finns. They're going to be quite close, but Finns is going to have to cede position to the McLaren. They've finally caught the lapped car. Let's see if he'll have an impact. I don't imagine he will. Finns goes up the inside of Terrier, and he's going to take the lead of the race again. Oh, Terrier. It's the one thing I said on the last lap that he's meant to not do, and that's lose control of the car, and he's lost DRS to Lord James. That's my bad. Oh, I messed it up. I messed up the commentary. He's lost DRS to SFR Finns. Vapid Coot has entered the pits. It looked like Tom was going to go into the pit lane, but he backed out of that. What is that? A breakdown in communication with the Mercedes team? I hope not. It's a Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren battle and a Mercedes battle as well. It's like the real life F1 where we have all the different teams fighting up at the front. But Lord James, Terrier and Tom are going to enter the pits. And you've just seen at the top of your screen, Lord James has got a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That is going to ruin his Grand Prix. And he's lost position to Tom and LTK Terrier. So he's completely messed it up. He's had a very slow pit stop, which is entirely his own fault, because there's no way a team will make a mistake on that front. So Vapid Coot has exited the pits right ahead of his teammate. No real position changes, but Lord James has completely lost it. He's lost everything. Unless there's a safety car, his race is done. The reigning champion. It's a difficult start to the season, and it's getting even worse. Angelo is going to enter the pits next. He's just under 5 seconds behind SFR Finn. So his pace has been good today, and he'll probably exit right with his teammate. Here comes Finns out of the pits. Let's see for Verklempt now on the back of DT. DT right now is on an alternate strategy. He said his pace hasn't been so strong today, unfortunately for him. Finns is going to exit, and he's going to be under pressure now from Terrier, because he's going to be on those colder tyres, the hard compound. This is where the race battles start to get a lot more hectic and a lot more desperate. Everyone reacting to what's happening around them. DT entering the pits, Lord James fastest lap in the race, which means absolutely nothing to him at this stage apart from the 1 point that the driver gains from getting the fastest lap. That's contact! Contact! That is a shame. We don't like to see contact. That was entirely caused by Terrier. He's hit the back of S4 Fence, who's now going to lose 2 positions. Vapid Coop up into 3rd place. It's the highest he's been all day. And SFR Fence is going to be furious with the McLaren for what's just happened there. We'll see Verklempt now again under pressure from LTK Terrier and through the first 2 corners. And I have a feeling that Terrier's going to get this overtake done. into turn 4. He's going to go to the inside. He's going to get fully ahead. By the time they reach the braking zone, it's about as easy of a move as you're going to get for LTK Terrier, who retakes the lead off the Brazilian Grand Prix. Rapid Coot 74. He's a very experienced driver. He's the former owner of this league, so he's a well-respected member of the community. There is actually, we look behind us, Lord James and Tom Gorian getting a bit close, and Lord James overtaking the teammate of Vapid Coot 74 and the season 11 champion. We're on board with Vapid. Now we're on board with Finn's. Finn's not close enough. Tom gonna go back up the inside. He's gonna force James off just for good measure. And Tom Gorian back up into 5th position. Here is Vapid Coot. He's gonna try and possibly make a move on for Klimt, but he's not close enough into turn 1, and he's gonna just tuck in behind and see what he can do. Lord James, he's gonna be pissed off. He's off the circuit again. I said he's gonna be pissed off about what happened on the previous lap, and he's still not gonna be able to pass Tom Gorian. And these guys are out of DRS range to Vapid Coot 74, but they're back in it again. That was very quick. Finn's, whilst we were watching that, he overtook Vapid Coot 74, so Vapid was looking at gaining a place and ended up losing one instead. Jatin exiting the pits again. XRT inside, hasn't had the best of races today, down in 10th position. We saw him in that lead fight last week. He'll be wanting to get back in it next week, unless there's a safety car towards the end of this race where he has an opportunity to do so. SFR Fins is going to make the move into turn 1. He's going to go to the inside off the Alpine, and he's going to brake later than him. Enter turn 1, get to the apex in time, and now he's going to have DRS on LTK Terrier. But they do need to be reliant on an incident possibly to happen, and Tom Gorian's overtaken Lord James. These two have been going at it for quite a few laps now, and they've been really aggressive with each other, but they have stayed on the back of this DRS train. SFR Fins is going to enable the DRS, and he's going to possibly make the move into turn 1 for the lead of the race. He will want this really badly. Is he going to pull along to the inside or outside? He's going to go to the outside, and it's as easy as you like to turn 1, and he's already ahead. Terrier hits the back off SFR Fins. That's a mistake, and now Terrier's going to have to use a bit of his battery, or the bit of his battery that he has left. SFR Fins will be wanting to go 2 in a row this weekend. He won in Mexico City after only leading 2 laps. He's been more than in the lead fight today throughout the race, and this could be a big chance, but it can be a chance as well for Terrier as he takes the lead. It could be a chance for the McLaren driver to get redemption. There's a yellow flag in Sector 1. Who's had a spin? We don't know. I haven't noticed anything happening. But SFR Fins retakes the lead very quickly in the next DRS. So Tom, 1.1 seconds to his teammates. No, not to his teammates. His teammates behind him. It's now looking like a two-way scrap, and they're both using none of their battery, and Terrier takes the lead. Vapid Coot has overtaken his teammate again. I assume it's just a breakdown in communication, but this is Vapid and Tom. Right, here we go. Fins has all the battery in the world. Terrier doesn't have much of the battery. That's his biggest problem. LTK Terrier never saves his battery, and he's taken the lead into turn 1, and he didn't have to use a lot of his battery, so this is all just about saving the car. Look at the Mercedes boys, they're getting a bit close together, and they're losing time to the guys in front. That's side by side, and that's gonna be super close on the exit of turn 5. Side by side up to turn 6. They're banging wheels even. Guys, think about the last 3 laps of this race. Just Keep it together, you two. If there's gonna be some sort of incident or a safety car that can completely blow this race wide open, but I don't think we're gonna need that to have an epic battle for the win. LTK Terrier losing the rear end again, and that's gonna drop him down for Klimt. Now is gonna push like hell to catch up to SFR Fins and try and stay in this top 3, because Vapid Coot 74 at this current moment is still not in the DRS range, but he might get close. Terrier having to use his batteries, trying to use all of it to try and get past for Klimt. Is he going to get close enough? He's going to go towards the inside, is he? He's not going to be able to make the move into turn 4. SFR Fins has a 3/4 of a second lead, and he's got all the battery to play with. Tom Gorian gets a time penalty. Angelo gets a time penalty, and that's going to gift the P70, because let's go. That's going to take Tom Gorian out of this battle for the win. Vapid Coot has caught these guys. He's going to get the DRS, and with 4 laps to go, this is going to be epic. Down to turn 1 for Klimt up the inside. He's going to pass SFR Fins. Look at LTK Terrier. He's going to try and overtake SFR Fins. SFR Fins has more battery to play with, as I said. He's going to go back up the inside, up for Klimt, and he's going to hold the lead. At this current stage, he's got the freshest tyres off anyone in that top 6. Vapid Coot 74. What can we say about this guy? Terrier's done it again. He's spun out, and he's going to drop this time all the way to P6. Fantastic drama towards the end. That's a virtual safety car. What's caused that? Is there a bit of damage for a car? Yes, it is. Golden Sniper has lost his front wing on the pit exit. The VSC still hasn't went in. What is this? DRS enabled. There we go. We are back under green flag racing for Klimt. He will have a chance to overtake Fins into turn 4. And this is the one thing that Fins will not want. It will unleash Vapid Coot 74 to try and get that move on the last lap of the race. It's all to play for. Klimt takes the lead on track. This is about as dramatic of an RFL race as you're going to get as we enter the final lap. SFR Fins is going to cross the line to take the lead as we approach turn number 1. That's a dive. That's contact. Oh my goodness me. Vapid Coot 74 has sent it from so far back, and he's hit the side of SFR Fins. I believe it's Vapid who has the damage, but that is going to ruin any chance he has of winning. What are we witnessing? That's the side of his wing that is gone, and that's just a simple mistake for Vapid Coot. And that is going to cost him the win, because he's going to drop time. He's going to drop outside of that 1 second to SFR Fins, unless something unbelievable happens. 9/10 of a second, and now it's going to go to 1 second, and it looks like SFR Fins has won the RFL Brazilian Grand Prix and will take his second win on the bites. Look at this, SFR Fins. He's cruising towards the line. He's showboating, and that is a fantastic, fantastic race that we have just seen there today. Vapid's gonna take second. Terrier is going to take third. And for Klimt, 4th place, Tom 5th. Lord James P6, Kozlesko in 7th.